Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you so much for joining us, however you may be joining us. As you can see, we are here in Rouses. And if you're going to be in Rouses, you might as well do it with the person who knows Rouses the best when it comes to suggestions. That would be April Sins. Hi, April.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here with me here in Rouses. Of course, April Sins, our registered dietitian with Rouses. And so very exciting time, the beginning of the year, right?
I love the new year. You know what? It's kind of like the dietitian Super Bowl. Everybody's looking to get healthy in January, right?
The dietitian Super Bowl. I love that.
Yes.
I like it.
So January is so much fun because everybody's kind of like thinking about resetting, renewing, starting, they have these thoughts about how can I have a healthier journey?
Sure.
How can I do those things maybe that I wanted to do last year, and maybe I want to bump them up a little bit this year.
Right.
So that's why we have this brand new for January. It's called the Dietitian's Choice End Cap. Wow. And we have a picture of it right there. And so you can look for that sign. And those are some different items that we have at Rouses that we're going to go through a few of those today. Mm-hmm. And so that way it can kind of help you jumpstart your new year with some fresh cooking ideas.
I love it. I love it.
So let's go ahead and start going through those. And
Okay.
one of them that I have on the shelf is called Red Gold Tomatoes.
Okay.
That one is featuring the no salt added diced tomatoes. And what's great about that, Keith, is you can add that to your dish, and there's a no added salt version, so you don't have to worry about adding added salt. But if you get the regular, you can always just balance that out by not adding as much salt like in other ingredients as well.
Right.
But what I love about canned tomatoes is that you can add flavor to a meal just with the tomatoes, but also something that a lot of people don't realize is that canned tomatoes are often ripened. They're on the vine, picked, and then brought and then canned on the very same day.
Oh, wow.
So they're actually very fresh before they're canned. Whereas a lot of times, maybe if you eat a fresh tomato, sometimes it has to be picked before it's ripened in order to get it to your table, right?
Right.
So that's what I love about that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another thing too, Keith, we have something called It's Skinny Pasta.
I like it.
And it comes from a root plant called konjac.
Okay.
Now, what the benefits are is that it's low carb. It only has like 2 grams of carb, but it also has 2 grams of fiber. So it kind of balances out the carbs there. And then also it's low calorie. It's only 4.5 calories per serving.
That's fantastic.
So it's a really great alternative, and I have cooked with this, and I've made like a lasagna with it. I've made some different items. It basically is just like eating regular pasta. So it takes on whatever flavors you put on top of it.
Right.
So I like that for our people that are looking for low carb options. That's an easy one.
We
Low
just
calorie.
started carb balancing, and we have to balance out the protein and the carbs.
Yeah.
And so it's a perfect option.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to Dietitian's Choice.
I love it.
I'm going to get it.
Another one, Keith, is beans. So we love our beans down here in South Louisiana, rice and beans. And so Blue Runner beans is actually a local bean made in Gonzales. We have the white beans on there. Really, any of your beans, they're in that family are going to be a good source of fiber. They're also going to be a good source of protein. And so it's always great for a nice filling meal. So grab your white beans, your Blue Runner white beans. That's going to actually be great. Pair it with, I have the Rouse's brown rice on the end cap as well.
Just thinking that very thing.
Yeah,
The fiber of that, and you have more fiber in your brown rice. You have more flavor. It's kind of like the pasta. I would expect that pasta just to be kind of that richer taste and flavor because it's got more protein in it.
Yeah,
Much
yeah,
like
it's
your
good.
brown rice.
The brown rice with the beans is great. Some other things we have on there is Rouse's has some great unique products. Rouse's electrolyte water.
Okay.
And so if that's a great one. A lot of people might not realize that we have that in the Rouse's brand.
Yeah. On the nutrition choice, right? So
it's on
all right there.
It's all right there.
First thing that we showed.
Yeah. And then we also have some Rouse's alkaline water as well. I mean, we have all the different types of waters in the Rouse's brand, but the electrolyte water and the alkaline water, we do have those. So if you're looking for those to be able to get some electrolytes, or maybe you're looking for a different, like an alkaline water, that is something that we do have as well.
One of those alkaline waters, I buy a bunch of those. I use those in my CPAP machine because they're a good replacement for distilled water because of the alkaline water, but I also drink it.
Yeah.
And so like I keep one in my bedroom, one in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And so those waters are fantastic. And I love the idea that now we have, people don't have to go in and figure out what might be, if I didn't meet with a nutritionist, if I didn't meet with a dietitian, what would they recommend?
Right.
Well, we've got that right there.
Right. We're making it easy for you. And then another thing too, Keith, is there are some little shelf tags that is in that picture too, of some more items that you can find across the store as well, that you're going to see those on the aisles themselves as well.
Right.
So,
and that's right there on the left, just one of those things that we talk about all the time, where people who maybe don't get a chance to be able to see the Eat Right with Rouses as often as they'd like to,
right.
Who don't get made hungry like Aaron and I do, as some of these things, but they get to be able to see, all right, well, wow, okay, this is another one of those choices. And then they can do that throughout the store.
Oh, yeah. We're all about making that shopping experience a little easier. And by having those tags, it really, really helps with that shopping experience.
Yeah. For all those people like me, my wife and I, we started yesterday. And so started a new exercise program, and it's got a dietary program with it, balancing out those carbs. Really excited about that. That just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Because I don't even have to call or text April. I can find out what she suggests right there. So thank you so much for joining us in studio and all of the great recommendations for the new year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
All right. And that'll do it for this particular segment. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more local programming right here on HTV.